the venue or the locale, when these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He caught it! They will score! Touchdown, Georgia! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He lofted high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was #1 team you wanted to beat.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it along the sideline. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker
breaks into the open on the left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him weak. And he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Quarterback keeps it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Pulls and fires complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Unloads quickly. There he goes. Touchdown Bulldogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quarterback on the keeper. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Stone. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Creates a little room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But
turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
What a great job by the wide receiver getting the first down. We all see it, right? We're watching TV. We see the yellow line. You're like, don't you get to the first down. Great job knowing where the first down was, putting his head down, getting the first down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Direct snap. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
And the Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Back's got it. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. And I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Throws to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. Great move. Now he's got room. And he
execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's the handoff. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expected him to get the ball again.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Catch inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They'll immediately call timeout.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking downfield very late in the half. He'll take a shot. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line paved the way for a big first down.
And the Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air on first down. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection, and that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On the move, it's Daniels. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
danger of squandering this great field position unless they can convert this 3rd and 5. They'll run the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 13 over Georgia Tech. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Gator! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Great play by the defense, taking that back for a pick 6. And as a quarterback, if you're going to throw to your running back, you've got to be accurate with it. Remember, they are not receivers. And if you make it difficult and tricky, bad things happen, and it did right there.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more.
Breaks into the open. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Dogs! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He's looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's got forward. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Quickly to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do... And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jeff. He wants to go deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Stone. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The Gators will hustle to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And he's got it inside the 25.
And everything is going right. I mean, off a deflection, you've already scored a bunch of points, you got the lead. Palmer, everything that they've dialed up so far, it seems like it's working just fine.
And you just feel for the defense on that.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Wants to throw again. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate, and late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Reels it in down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. They'll start this drive going to the air. The sure hands, it's Stone. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Motion from the back. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Gators! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On to attempt the try. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Okay. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. On the move, he fires. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Going to sling it on second down. He's going to fire deep. Snags it down the right side. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up.